What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Pro Winston here with
Dark World Mofo.
Team Shockwave.
Some guy named Underworld.
And Yoduck 6.
Nobody gives a shit.
We are doing a top 32 deck profile with one of the known players in the game. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name's Chris.
Chris what?
Perovic.
When was the last time the game has been blessed with your presence?
Oh shit, man. Minnesota, Shona Jump. 2008.
What deck was you known for?
I guess I was kind of popular for this thing called Diamond G Turbo.
All right. And what deck did you decide to play today in your hometown?
Shit Fists.
Shit Fist. Why is it like that?
Because it's the worst deck in the world.
Well, you know what? Let's start with the deck profile.
Right. Okay, let's get into that. All right. So, I ran 3 Gene Warp Werewolves, like everybody else. I ran 3 Saber Shores, and I ran 3 Bears. I did not run Gorilla because it's a terrible card. I ran 3 Drac Wybas because it's an amazing card. I ran 2 Rescue Rabbits and 2 Torgas, and those were my only monsters. I did not run Tengus or anything else anybody else was doing. And that's it for the monsters. Spells, Dark Hole, 3 Fire Formation Tanky. Oh, I gotta pause for a minute. I just gotta say, I wanna thank Brandon Wigley. I don't. Not many people expected me to ever say that, but I want to thank Brandon Wigley. I would not be running this without him. He sent the deck up with Patrick Holton. They're like, look at this. This is ultimate German Bears.
Shit that you don't even touch.
I never. Even, I get comments and stuff.
All right.
But it was fancy, and all my opponents were like, whatever. But sometimes I had to read cards. Which
So
was
you
fun.
fancy, huh?
For today,
All
for
right,
this
all
weekend.
right.
But so I want to say thanks, Brandon Wigley, for that. Anyway, Dark Hole 3 Tanky, 1 Tensu, 2 Lance, Heavy, Reborn, 3 Typhoon, those are the only spells. And for traps, I maxed out on everything except for Starlight Road. I got double Violence, triple Prison, triple Phoenix, double Mirror, both Solemns, and 2 Torrentials.
I got a quick question. You didn't run Avarice?
No.
Avarice is good. What?
No.
What did you choose not to?
Because this is a good player.
For the same reason I didn't run,
interaction that we
Baby
had.
Dragon or anything. It's just it's not that great. I mean, put it this way: by the time, if I ever can and need to resolve, not need to, but if I ever can resolve Everest, I should have won that game. There's no way. Like, what do I go with a Rescue Rabbit to dump the 3?
YouTube. A pro is explaining why he did not play the card.
Anyway, so that's the main deck.
Wait, why did you not play Gorilla? Why do you think Gorilla's bad? Explain.
Why is it a good card? What am
I
I
don't
popping?
know.
I play against Waters. What am I popping? Sphere?
But everybody believes that once you play a theme deck, you need all their
terrible.
cards.
That's so stupid. Let me put it this way: if you ever resolve Gorilla's effect by destroying a monster when it's 1600 or even 1700, I could do the same thing with Guaiba and get the open. It was way better.
All right, no problem.
Anyway, and the only thing it ever kind of messes with is my tanky searches. But I mean, now you always have a third normal guy, so that's all right.
All right.
Anyway. For the extra deck, I didn't do 2 of anything. I just did 1 of everything. 1 Dweller, 1 Tire King. A lot of people do 2 Tire Kings. I barely summoned him in the first place. So I mean, I never wanted to bring a second one out. Direwolf, Pearl, because Swarms and stuff is a good card. 1 of each. Gaga, Levier, Maestro, Leviathan. I forgot the name. Acid Golem, which was a weird one. I guess I don't want to really talk about that, but I should mention it. Anyway, and then these, including Tempo. I'll say this. This is a weird card, and I was thinking about not using it, but it gets over lead, which is really important. And it's also pretty cool that Bear can pop it when it gets to the point when you're going to lose life and stuff like that. So it's not like, oh, I don't run tributes, it's going to kill me or anything like that.
I got a question for you. Did you ever go on a Direwolf?
All the time.
Okay.
It was an amazing card. Honestly, though, if I were to use this again, and I definitely would not, I would pretty much keep the extra the same. Like everything was perfect. I like the versatility. I never needed a second of anything. It's always better in my mind to, or at least not always better, but with this deck, it was always better to have the option to go into the 1 card first rather than another card twice.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's that. Anyway. And this is a side deck. Right, okay. So 2 Tengu Reborns. I should mention that when I was first making this deck, it was really like a wholly different deck in the beginning. It had bears. I didn't run normals or rabbit or anything. I main decked the Evil Swarm Thunderbird, and
Frank Schifano does that too. It's a good idea.
I mean, it's cute, right? I thought it was gonna be good against like Fire Fist and stuff, and eventually I delegated that to the side deck, the Thunderbirds, along with something else for the Fire Fist matchup. But eventually, then because I want to fit other cards, I cut it down to 2, and I was like, well, if I'm only running 2, then maybe this would just be better because I have tanky and kind of does the same thing. And honestly, it was just not good though. I mean, this is just a stupid card. In that matchup, or any matchup where I bring this in, like it's okay at best. I don't like it. It's really stupid. 2 Snowmans though, they were all right. They weren't great. They were kind of like a last minute addition, but it's whatever. 3D Fissures, they're pretty good. I played against 4 Waters. I went 3-1 against them. This card's amazing. Mind Control for the Mirror and Dino Rabbit and stuff. I played against 2 Dino Rabbit, 2 of both of them. This card's amazing. And then I kept in Guaibas, even though it doesn't really resolve, because I run the Saber Sources and I could just make my own Lagia. Just useful with that too. I ran 3 Debunk. A lot of people do Soul Drain. I guess I don't like it so much because when they go Magalo, right? Well, hold on.
Can Dakota DeShelley please report to the stage? Dakota DeShelley.
Damn Dakota.
Thanks, man. So yeah, a lot of people use Soul Drain. I don't really like Soul Drain, but I like Debunk because it works against Magalo and Lind off the sphere. As people do Mind Crush. I don't know how to do Mind Crush. This is great. And also Mind Crush, when you Mind Crush the Magalo and they dump Gundy, they just bring back the Magalo. And 24 over any of my guys is a problem. Like, I gotta do something about that. But when I just banish that, it's like amazing. I set this as 1 card and I say go. If they don't generally they try to conserve the Typhoons or the Heavy Storms, so they're not gonna do it that one. So if they have Magalo and Marksman, they're like, oh, I'm gonna plus all of this. So I'm like, no, but the bunk. And they're like, oh, this is great. Anyway, 2 Dust. Because I don't think a side deck is complete without Dust Tornadoes. And the MVP, this card was so amazing. I wouldn't, but I wouldn't hate anybody
who... Let's go up in price right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate anybody who decided to...
pick those up. Show them what it is real quick.
I wouldn't hate anybody if they
guys.
decided to main deck these. This was also in my main deck when I was doing like that beat-down-ish kind of deck. This card's amazing. I can't believe more people didn't see this. I was running Infernities. I should back up. So in preparation for this jump, like a month ago, I decided I was gonna start playing, and I started going to locals, and because I hadn't really been playing before that or anything like that, and I was playing Infernities. Infernities were great. I was comboing off. I felt like I was playing the deck amazing, or learned to play it amazingly, and. It wasn't something for me, but I saw some random guy have in his crap hollow pile. I was just sitting there, I'm like, I want to learn cards. I was like, what is this? And then I started asking my friends, I was like, does this do what I think it does? Does it really give me their monster for free? Is it like a brain control, but better, that it protects my monster? And they said, yeah. And I said, why don't people use it? And they said, because it's kind of slow. And I was like, are you serious? If they've got a bear and they're attacking me and I do that, and I get their bear the turn after next, how is that not better than almost anything I could have in that situation? And they're like, eh. And I was like, fuck, I'm gonna side deck those. And originally my side deck for Fire Fist was 3 Thunderbird and 3 of those, but I cut it down. Anyway, the point is, I resolve this so often. I played against Constellars in last round or something like that. He made a. I'm not gonna. It's really stupid to talk about, but anyway, I had a Solemn Judgment and this, and he brought out Zen Mao because he went Constellar, and he went Zen Mao, and I Solemn, and he Solemn, and he didn't have another card to set, so he couldn't use Zen Mao's effect, and he just attacked, and he had another 18 guy to my Gene Warp, and I went, man, I take your guy now, and it was great, and I also used it against Samurais. It was amazing, round 2 or 3.
Is that an extra deck card right there?
I'm gonna get to it in a second. It's really important.
Okay.
The deck isn't complete without that. But against Samurais, he went. I had a Phoenix Chain in this down, and he attacked with Sheehan. Oh, I also had Gene Warp. I drew that card a lot. He had the 18 guy that gets the plus 300, and Sheehan, and he had Sheehan attack my Gene Warp, and I went Phoenix Chain, and he's like negate, and I was like chain memory of an adversary. So that guy went down to 18. He's looking at my Gene Warp, and then I got the Sheehan back 2 turns later or something like that, and then I was able to just summon. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. But anyway, there were other matches, like mirror matches. Dino Rabbit, I was able to 2-0 because I stole their guy and summoned a Drac or something like that. With the mind control too, it was really good. Anyway, this is a really good card. I think maybe not for this upcoming format because everything changes, but if we can go back in time and redo this all over again, people should be using that in this sort of deck.
Definitely.
I guess that's it for the main deck, except for this was really important. It's a Gorge token. Nobody believed I ran Gorge though, so it wasn't that effective.
It's a very stupid.
Maybe next time, I don't know. And that's it for the deck.
Now, you were talking about next format, if you could redo it, all that kind of stuff. But next format, we're looking at some dragon shenanigans.
Don't even talk about it. Not even close. I don't even.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts is, well, all right. Well, let me back up.
He's gonna rage on another article.
No. I love Konami. I love this game. It's a great game. I have nothing bad to say about the next format. All I'll say is, I have no interest in playing it for life reasons. That's it. The format's going to be great, and love Konami. That's not funny. Yeah, Konami's a great company. They do great things here.
Thank you, Chris, and I hope to see you after your life problems happen and you can.
I didn't say problems. I said life things.
Your life
things,
issues.
life
and
There's no
stuff.
issues.
No, life
I'm
things.
enjoying
Life
life.
things.
Oh, and that's why you're not gonna play it
I'm going on vacation this summer,
until like September.
and then I'm gonna go to school, and I'm gonna focus on my school.
All right, so we should see you before Christmas.
I'm in school for like another year. Electrical engineering. It's hard work. I can't do this.
Oh yeah, I work in construction. I know. You already know. If it's not pro, it got to go. Deuces.
All right, Chris. Well, congratulations on your top 32. Thanks for the profile. Dark Out. Peace, guys.